Right, so, okay. This is my one-time only explanation. So if you sat there thinking, oh, I'm just going to do nothing, and I'll ask him to come over when he's finished and do it all for me, it's not going to happen. Okay, so imagine this is your normalization. Okay, I'll trim it down to make it a bit simpler. So third normal form, this is a gym. We've got booking table, member, trainer, booking details, fitness class. You've all got booking and booking details of some description. Member might be customer, trainer might be stock or car, or you know, so on, so on. So we need to build our access tables that will mirror this exactly. Okay. Now, if you've never used Access before, I'm sure you have. It's Start, Programs, Office, Access. Okay, and we're going to create a blank desktop database. Right, it defaults to a table. Now, each table needs to mirror the table name in our system. I think the easiest thing to do is start with everything other than your booking table. So I'm going to start with my member table or customer. Now in Access, as soon as I hit save, it asks me what I want to call it. So I'll call mine member, just like the Word document. Okay. So I've got my member table, just like that. Now I need to populate it with these fields. Now in Access, there's two different views to these tables. This is what's called the data view, where I can actually type data in. I don't really want this at the moment. I want to set up my table and design it. So I'm going to right click on the table name and click on design view. That takes me to that. Now, first things first, I've got on ID field. That little key next to it means it's the primary key. So in my Word document, I can see that I have got a primary key ID field, but mine's called membership ID. So I need to make sure my system looks exactly like the system. And I'm going to leave it as auto number. So what that means is every time I create a new record, it will create a new membership ID for me. So customer, member, same sort of thing, leave as auto number. I've also got to put all my details in, so I'll just put a few in. So next field down, let's say title. And what type of input's it going to be? Well, at this stage, most things are going to be short text. Okay. Now down at the bottom, we've got a properties page for this. At the moment, it's saying that currently I can type in 255 characters. Okay, we can leave that alone for the time being. So if I populate my fields like this, okay, surname, what else have we got? Well, that'll do. Okay, so I've got one table, membership ID, title, first name, surname. Click save as I'm going along to save everything. Now I need a new table. I shall have a personal trainer table, so I'll do that next. So do your non-booking tables first. Okay, so to create a new table, it's create table. As soon as I click save, it asks me to name it, and I'll call it personal trainer. Okay, right, go into design view. So instead of ID, it's, I think it's trainer ID, like that, and then we'll just put some basic details in. Okay, just so we can see it working. So I've got my trainer table, and the final one before my booking details is my fitness class table. So again, create table. Okay, click save and call it whatever you want to call it, like that. Okay, and click OK. Back into design view. So we've got fitness class ID, and I think it was fitness class type, and okay, like that. Doesn't have to be short text. If you see what other options you've got a number, you've got date, time, you've got currency, so you'll use all those as appropriate when you make any bookings, that sort of thing. So I've started, I've now got 3 tables which should exactly match the primary keys and fields and names that are in my normalization. Remember, we're only bothered about this third normal form. So now I'm going to create my booking details, which should do slightly different. Okay, so let's do my booking table first. Okay, so in here, again, create table, click save, and then we call this booking table. Okay, now in my booking table I have a booking ID, which is fair enough. Okay, so change that to booking ID, leave it as auto number. I also have membership ID. Okay, so I could type that in there, but if you remember, okay, I've already created a membership ID in the member table. So what I don't want to do is have two totally different membership IDs all generating as an auto number every time a new booking's made. So in my booking table, got membership ID there. Okay, instead of short text, I'm going to use what's called a lookup wizard. Okay, because this membership ID already exists in the member table. So I click lookup wizard. It says I want to get the tables, the value from another table. So I click next. I say which table is the membership ID I want in, which is in the member table. I click next. And which field is it that I want to bring across? Well, it's the membership ID. Click next, next, finish. Okay, and just click yes. So what that enables me to do is when I'm putting bookings in, just use a drop down to pick a member ID instead of creating a new one. So booking ID, what have we got? Booking ID, membership ID, what else do we need? Date and time. So I'll just put some basics in. Date, oh hang on, can't use, so let's call it booking date, and we'll set it to date and time. Okay, down there. Now in the format down here, you can pick what sort of date you want it to appear like. So let's have that medium date like that. And let's leave it at that just to make it easy. So I'm almost finished already. The final table is my booking details table, and you can see again we're going to start using primary keys that already exist in other tables. So back into Access, create table, save booking details, and nowhere in this should be anything called anything other than what you've already stated in Word. Okay, so go into design view. Now all these fields already exist, including booking ID, so I don't want anything to be an auto number in this system. Okay, and as well, while I'm setting this up, I'm going to take the primary key tag off just to set it up. So I want booking ID, but I know it already exists in the booking table, so I'm going to use my lookup wizard. It's in the booking table. That's the ID field I want. Okay, and I finish. Okay, I also want in that where is it, fitness class ID and trainer ID. Okay, so we have fitness class ID. Again, that's a lookup wizard because it already exists in the fitness class table. And the final one was trainer ID. Okay. So it's in the trainer table. That's it there. So drop it across. Next, next, next. Finish. Yes. Okay. Done. So I'm almost done. The only thing I need to think about is in my normalization, booking ID and fitness class ID are underlined in the booking table, which means that both primary keys, what we call a compound key, we need both of them to be present for every booking. So what I'm going to do to make these two both primary keys, I'm going to highlight them both like that, click on primary key and click save. So my tables are now saved. I need to do one more thing before I start entering data. Okay, I go to database tools at the top and click on relationships, and you can see that it's created in this sort of spaghetti route, okay, my tables, and they've got these lines between them because I've linked the fields together. If you remember, I said we've already got membership ID, we've already got fitness class ID, we've already got trainee ID. So it's created all the links for me, so all these tables have data items with links between them, which was the definition of relational database, which most of you forgot. Okay, so the only thing I need to do is need to change these lines slightly, and I do that by double clicking on each one. I'm going to click Enforce Referential Integrity and click OK. Oh, right, okay. That's the first good little tip. You can't do any of this with the tables open, so I'm going to have to go through each one and just shut them down. Right click on the tab at the top and shut them down. Right, so I'm going to click on each black line, Enforce Referential Integrity, and click OK. And when we come back to do our entity relationship diagram, we'll find that the system has done it for us, which we'll go through next lesson. Now, there are some screenshots we need, which we'll do separately outside of this. But what do you need to do now? You need to enter your details. Enter all your non-booking related details first. So, for member, okay, I can type in my stuff here, and you can see it's created a membership ID for you. Okay. I'll just go through and I type my data in. Now you need about 10, I would suggest, records in each of these non-booking related fields. So I've got 2 customers in. I'll put a trainer in so you can see how it works. Make sure I keep clicking save. I'll put the fitness class in so you can see how it works. Can't remember what these called now. Let's have a look. So name, type. So I just say whatever. Okay. Obviously I don't do Zumba, just off the top of my head. So now I can make some bookings. Okay. So how do I make a booking? Well, I've got most of the data I need. So you'll see now that for a membership ID, I can only select the members that currently exist. So I need to make about 10 records for members, about 10 for classes and 10 for personal trainers. And then I need to make about 10 bookings, okay, to populate my system. So let's say I'll pick membership ID 1 and we'll pick tomorrow, like that, okay. Now what else do I need? I need booking details. For every booking, there should be a related booking detail. So I've got booking 1 in there. In booking details, you can see, oh, hang on, I'll just have to shut this down a sec. Shut the booking table down. Right, so in my booking details table, I've got the booking ID 1 that was created in the booking table. So I click that, I select the fitness class, I select a trainer, I click save, and that is a booking with booking details made with this data I've already populated. So you're all going, when you're at the stage of when you finish writing out your normalization, to make a start on building your tables, and we'll talk about screenshots next lesson. Okay?